Well, welcome everyone to our first ever Adesso Capital webinar, all about securing those FFCRA tax credits for the self-employed with the help of our Adesso360 platform. I'd love to give you a little, there we go, a little peek into what we'll be talking about for the next 30 minutes. We will start by giving you a little intro about us, who we are, what we do, why we do it. We'll then walk you through our Adesso360 platform. And then finally, we'll answer some common questions and share an opportunity for you to keep that cash flowing. So who are we? Who's talking to you today? Well, let me start by introducing you to my colleague, Jana Taparidze. She is the Director of Customer Success here at Adesso Capital, which means that she is the one in charge of making the portal you're about to experience a fully seamless process. She's from Georgia, the country. She loves traveling, which I can attest to because I recently went on a little vacay with her, trying different vegetarian recipes and cozying up with a good book. I am Tess Nudek. I'm the Director of Marketing here, which means I make sure that everyone knows about both the FFCRA program as well as how Adesso360 is here to help accomplish those FFCRA program goals. I'm also from Georgia, but I am from the state, not the country. And I love theme parties, seersucker, and pretty much anything food related. Together, Jana, myself, and our robust, amazing team are bringing Adesso360 to the self-employed community. That means freelancers, independent contractors, gig workers, anyone who is self-employed, so that we can help you get those FFCRA tax credits. At Adesso Capital, we recognize that so few people realize that the FFCRA program was actually extended to the self-employed beyond just the employers and employees. Which means that there are so many people who were impacted by COVID and are now eligible to receive tax credits straight from the IRS. But we also recognize that when it comes to pretty much anything tax related, it can be overwhelming and a bit complicated. So we gathered experts in accounting, tax law, and fintech to help us build a simple self-guided tool that helps millions, yes, millions of self-employed people receive the tax credits that they are fully entitled to and have in fact already paid. So let's dive right into it. We'd like to kick it off with a little poll. Jana, if you can start that. There we go. So we'd love to know what's tripping you up here when it comes to the FFCRA process in our portal, in particular. Do you need a little help jogging your memory when it comes to figuring out how many days you missed work? Are you unsure what counts as a missed day? Is it a little difficult to figure out where on your self-employed tax forms, you can find those net earnings? Is it difficult to scan your ID? Not sure which payment option is best? Let us know. We can give it a few seconds for everyone to kind of dial in, and we can always revisit this back at the end of the webinar. This is like a game to me, watching these results pour it. Okay, we've got at least 2/3 of y'all have already weighed in, and payment option is the big winner right now. Okay, well, like I said, that's really great to hear. Well, not great. We don't want anything tripping you up, but this will help inform our discussion moving forward. So I'm going to pause this poll. Like I said, we can come back to it. I'm going to hand it over. I'm going to hand it over to Jana now so that she can take you through our demonstration.
Hello, everyone, again. So just a little bit about FFCRA program, right? First, it was signed in law in March 2020, and it was designated only for employees. So all the employers who had W-2 employees, they could pay paid sick family leave or unemployment benefits, everyone who was impacted by COVID-19. But then later, Congress in December 2020, they have updated and expanded FFCRA program, which is Families First, Coronavirus Response Act, and they said that we will now have all the self-employed individuals as well. And then what we did is we have created fully automated program who helps anyone submit application, FFCRA application, where easily and seamlessly. And this is the page that I'm sharing right now after you have gone through the qualification questionnaire and you're starting the creating an account, because I'm pretty sure everyone who is attending this webinar right now have already gone through that qualification questionnaires. And here we're creating an account, your first name, your last name. I'm going to just create mine quickly, and we have to confirm the email. And we have to provide the correct phone number so we can contact you if we need to. And you have to create the secure password. And you have to agree to read and agree terms and conditions. Click this little box. And marketing policy, you can opt out from marketing policy if you wish to later, and then create an account. And the next page, we will see our animated video that we have created, that I can share the link to it on our YouTube channel later, so everyone can see it if you have not already. And we're letting you know what is our application processing timeline. Right now, our application processing timeline is a week for Adesso360 team, our CPAs, to process your application, and then we submit it to the IRS. For the IRS, it takes them 3 weeks to acknowledge acceptance of your application and up to 20 weeks to issue a check, a refund to you. Next, we are breaking down a little bit of information about FFCRA and the days that you can claim to, right? So you can claim up to 130 days, out of which 110 days are related to childcare. So if you have missed your self-employment work, if you're a real estate agent, if you are a hairdresser, or have any sort of your self-employment business, and you could not perform your work because you had to stay home to take care of your children because they went to remote learning, their school was shut down and they went to remote learning, you can claim up to 110 days there. And you can claim 20 days that you cared for yourself. Please note that if you have received unemployment, you cannot select those days for FFCRA credit as well. Here, I saw the poll that a lot of people have hard time remembering the dates. And I know this because pandemic years is kind of blurry for everyone and we do not remember the dates. But this is why we have kind of given everyone hints on how to check on those dates. Please, a lot of our customers are finding it very helpful to check their calendars, to call their school districts and schools and find out when exactly the schools were shut down during 2020 and 2021, or to check their insurance records, or to social media or school websites, or emails maybe they have with email exchange with their school children's teachers and so on, right? So those are little bit hints of how we can remember the dates. So next question here we have, during 2020 or 2021, did you have child enrolled in school and in daycare, right? So this is where you can claim that 110 days. And we will select the dates, right? Your children's school went to remote learning and you could not go and show, if you're a real estate broker, you could not have a showing because you had to stay home to take care of your child. This is where you select the dates. And you can claim 50 days in this time period here. As you see, you cannot select the weekends because it's grayed out. But if you check off this little box here, you will now be able to select the weekends as well. Here, now it's 30 out of 50 days, right? So, but you're eligible up to 50 days. And all the schools were shut down more than 50 days, as we know. So we will select 50 days here and 50 days or 60 days on another time period. Now you can also select a single day. Now you cannot select these dates already because you've already selected it. And you can select date range with, let's include weekends now. Right. Perfect. So now we have selected all the days, 110 days that qualify, that my child was at home doing remote working, but I could not work because, let's say, I'm a photographer, and all the weddings and the parties were not happening because it was government shutdown, right? So I could not perform my photographer gig work. So because I had to take care of my child. So this is where I selected all the dates for that. Next is caring for myself. Focusing on me now, right? So now I will select the dates that I could not perform work because I had a COVID vaccine appointment and I could not perform my work. Or I had COVID and I was experiencing severe symptoms. This is where I select those dates. And we are giving all the examples there here, why could possible reasons that you could have missed work. Again, these dates that I have already selected as a childcare, and it's grayed out. I'm not able to select the same dates twice. Perfect. I will save this days and continue. We have passed the hardest part, refreshing our memory to remember the dates. And now we have to provide estimate net earnings, right? And we can find this information on our tax return from 2020 and 2021 on line 6 of our Schedule SE on IRS Form 1040. And you don't have to put the estimate. You can just put estimate net earnings here. We have a range and we'll select save and continue. And now our system, Adesso360, is calculating our estimated refund. So based on the dates that I have entered, based off the net earnings that I have entered, I am qualified up to $29,340. And now it's telling me what to expect next, right? Verifying my identity, which is, I saw some people had hard time passing this step. So what I'm going to do is I will perform this step with you guys to show you how flawless is it to pass this ID verification. So we will click on start verification. We will agree terms and conditions here, accept it. And as you guys see here, we also have step-by-step instructions. Now you can either upload your passport or driver's license. I will choose driver's license and click on get secure link. Now we have 3 ways here to receive this, to verify your identity. Either get the link via SMS or copy the link, or just scan this QR code, which I find it easiest, and I just scanned it on my phone. And I will click on continue and take a photo. I have my ID here. I will just take a photo. And we have to make sure that we are seeing all 4 corners and the image is clear, so our system can verify it. I took a photo. I will click on use photo if you have an iPhone, and I will click on upload. Now it will tell me in a few seconds to upload submit license back, right? And now I will take a back photo of my back of my ID. Again, we have to make sure that we're seeing all 4 corners of your ID and image is clear. We don't need, it has to be readable. You don't have to have a flash on. And again, you will click on upload. It is uploading right now. And now it's telling me to record a video. So this is a selfie time now, right? We have all taken selfie before. We have enabled camera allow the access. And I will just put my head left, right. That's it. See, I have it right in front of my face as if I'm taking a selfie. I've already, the recording is complete. And I will just upload recording. And it's telling me that upload is successful. And now, see if you guys see my screen, our computer screen changed here. And now we have to click on submit verification. And it says, thank you. That's all we need to start verifying your identity. In maximum 5 minutes, it happens less than 5 minutes, your identity will be verified if you follow the steps that I just did. And literally in less than 1 minute, it was approved. And now we're on the next step, right? Here, we are putting our address, if it's same as your billing address, mailing address. This is very important that you will put your mailing address here because this is where IRS will send a check to you. Now we can select the industry that we're working in, job title, date of birth, social security number, and save and continue. Here now, portal is asking us to upload your Schedule SE form from 2020 or 2021. We'll just upload. And you have to also attest that you had positive net earnings. This is one of the eligibility questions. You must have positive earnings in 2020 or in 2021 to be eligible for FFCRA income tax credit. And we'll upload the document and continue. Here, we have to electronically sign Form 8821 form, which allows us to pull the required tax information we need to accurately calculate your FFCRA credit. And you will just scroll down, click right here on Sign Electronically. It will sign it, click and continue. And now we are sending your information. And now Adesso360 portal will tell you that it's our job to work on your application now, right? Our CPAs are starting working on your application. We will put all the information that we need to make sure that it matches the information you have provided, it matches the IRS records, and you will either in 48 hours, you will receive an email or text message to come back and continue with your application. Next steps are that if you are married, you have to put down your spouse information. They have to also verify their identity. You have to put down your dependent information, their names, their social security numbers, and their date of births. If you had any W-2 employment, even if it was 1 week of check on any employment in 2021 that's reflected on your tax returns in 2020 and 2021, you will be required to put down those informations. So when we say and even our animated video mentions that you will need your 2020 and 2021 tax returns to have handy to quickly submit this application. This is where you will find your employment EINs, your company name, their addresses, they are all on your tax returns right here. So now I will bypass this step. And now all we need to do after entering that details, we need to sign attestation form that all the information that I have provided is correct. And we will sign it electronically again. Oops. Check that I understand that. Sign it, click Save and Continue. And you have to also sign the client agreement. And then select the payment method, which I saw that a lot of people had questions about that, which I will talk about in a second. Client agreement and attestation form. and then you will be able to choose the payment method. So for a payment here, as we know, it is 20% of your total refund, right? Because I am receiving almost $30,000. This is 20% of my Adesso360 processing fees. Now, you can either choose to pay up right now. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can use guest account with PayPal and pay with your debit card or credit card. If you would like to pay over time, you must have PayPal account, and we have a couple options here. First option, you can split your processing fee in 2 or 3 different credit cards. So if you don't have funds on one account, you can split on 3 different cards. Option 2, if you're not right now, I would have an option to pay monthly. So this processing fee can be split into 12, 24, or 36 months. And I can pay it monthly. Or I can pay it off when I will receive my refund. If your processing fee is less than $1,500, you will be prompted with an option. You can pay in 4 different installments. So your processing fee will be split in 4, and which in every 15 days you have to make a payment. And first payment is due upon checkout. After payment is made, our CPAs do final work on your application and send you forms finally to sign. So you will come back to our portal, sign final documents, and then we submit your application to the IRS on the same day. And that only one thing is left, to wait for the check from the IRS.
Best part, am I right?
Absolutely, of course. That's how easy it is to use our portal. Now, I cannot see the questions, but now we will be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Yes, we want to touch base first on, excuse me, some of those frequently asked questions, because I'm seeing that a lot of those are actually what's popping up in the chats to Jana and myself. And I know that we're cutting close on time. So if we don't get to your question, trust me, we are taking them all in. I'm writing every single one of them down. I've been responding to several of y'all in the chat already, but we will reach out to you directly with answers to your specific questions if we don't hit them up right now. So first off, how much is this going to cost? The answer is 20% off your total refund. So that cost will vary based on how much you're getting back from the IRS. How long will it take for you to get that money, that favorite step of all of ours? The answer is a window of about 3 to, I believe, 20 weeks. Is that right, Jana?
Yes.
We are seeing it happen most typically on that very quick side of the window. The reason why
sorry, Tessa, just to add here, right now, it's about 9 to 10 weeks. Roughly in 9 to 10 weeks, we have seen that customers have received refund.
Which is awesome. 2 months and cash in your pocket. Why did you maybe get disqualified? The answer there is likely because you didn't file a Schedule SE or did not have positive net earnings. Am I missing anything else there? That's pretty much it, right, Jana? Those are the only reasons
you have
why?
positive net earnings and have filed Schedule SE in 2020 and 2021, which is most of the self-employed individuals filed Schedule SE.
Great. And then how will you get refunded if for some reason you happen to already pay your fee because you pay up front and then you got rejected? While it's not super likely for that to happen, we do offer a full guarantee. You will be refunded in full directly to whatever form of payment you used to pay your fee. So have zero fear if that's holding you back. If you're concerned that maybe you pay and you get rejected, turns out it's not a concern. You will get that money back no matter what. What's the rush? Why are we pushing you so hard to do this? Why are we saying join our webinars, fill out your portal steps, get this done? Well, there is actually a deadline in place. April 15th, tax day. We all know that day. It's burned into our brains. In this case, April 15th of 2024, that is just 5 months, 6 months from now, gone in the blink of an eye. That is the deadline for to amend your 2020 returns. And then the following April 15th, that's April 15th, 2025, is the deadline for your 2021 returns. So there actually is there are real deadlines in place for this, and you do not want to miss out, because this is big money on the table. So like we touched on, there is a possibility of getting disqualified or rejected, as we said here, but there is a nice silver lining to all this. Perhaps you were disqualified. Maybe you just would love to see even more money. Any reason, it doesn't matter, but we have a referral program in place, so you can share all the benefits of Adesso360 and the full FFCRA program with anyone you know who was self-employed in 2020 or 2021. And believe you me, we all know someone who was self-employed in 2021 or 2020. It could be a side hustle. It doesn't even have to be a full gig, as long as you find out that they filed a Schedule SE. And for anyone that you get to sign up, every successful application, you would get a $50 gift card, and there is no limit. So get as many people as you can to sign up. It's just a wonderful way to get some extra dollars. We are 1 minute over, so I apologize, which means there's, I see about 2 people that we didn't get to your questions. So I promise I've got you noted. We will reach out to you directly, but Jana, please chime in if there's anything before we let all of our wonderful guests go, if there's anything you'd like to add.
I'm answering. I see a couple of questions here in chat. I want to get to all of you. I will respond to you in the next 5 minutes if you would like to stay ahead, because I know that chat will disappear after we finish. But thank you everyone for attending. We will have more webinars going forward, and if you would like to attend more webinars, please stay tuned. And if you need help, please always email us if you need any assistance with ffcra@adessocapital.com. Our customer service team is always happy to answer your questions.
Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate you all joining. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and a rest of the week. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.